So welcome to everyone who is joining. So we are trying to set things up right here. I'm trying to set things up so that we have a flawless live session. I think we are good to go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. This okay. This is better. This is better. Good morning. This morning. Good morning to everybody who is joining us. Let's confirm if our camera angles are right. If everything is great. Uh, if you're just joining us for the first time, you're just joining us for the first time, say hi in the chat. Wow, really? Honestly, I never knew it was raining. It's raining outside. Um, good morning this morning, guys. Good morning this morning. It's a beautiful morning right here. Uh, if you're just joining us for the first time, say hi. Let me know where you are going
very
from.
affordable price, very cheap price, and we deliver nationwide.
So let me know if you're joining for the first time. Let me know in the chat. So today we are going to be discussing a lot of interesting stuff. A lot of interesting stuff, friends. Okay, let's check this out. A lot of interesting stuff. I think we are good to go. So guys, let's double tap on the screen. Let's double tap on the screen. Let's double tap on the screen. Let's check what we have on YouTube. Let's check what we have on YouTube. We are good to go. Let's check where Alao. Guys, you have to give me some minutes. It's raining outside. Let me quickly do one of these things. Okay, welcome to everybody who is here. Okay, Navro, sorry, I have to quickly check the power source to make sure everything is fine outside because it's raining. I know. Rain, rain, rain. Thank you to everybody who is sticking around. YouTube, on TikTok. Okay, let me just check. Let's check. Okay, we're good to go. Thank you to everybody who is joining. Give me a few seconds. Let's confirm if everything is right, if we are on the right track. How do we apply gold foil? You tell me. I'm not seeing the question. On marble stucco. Generally, my knowledge of stucco is limited. But it's the basic thing is if you want to learn that, I would advise you check YouTube videos. Just the way you type the question, just check YouTube videos, and you get a lot of videos of how to do it properly. Why is this thing loading? Why is it just loading? Or are we not live again? So why is it just loading? Ha! Good morning. What is happening to me? This thing has stopped since. I never knew. That's not good. Not good for us. Okay, let's see. Let's see how that goes. Okay. So if you have a blue roof in your house, here are some colors you can paint it that will make your house look beautiful. At number one is white and orange. I recently saw a house where they paint white and orange. Come and see how beautiful, very beautiful that place is. So what they did is they paint the main house with white, and then the trims they paint it with orange, and then the balcony they also paint it with orange. So it makes the place look very beautiful. And when you combine it with your blue roof, especially if it is deep blue color, you will end up enjoying the result. At number two is off white. At number two is off white and red. So whatever variation of red, or you can also combine it with orange. So these two will create a contrast, like off white and red. We create a contrast that will end up making your house look beautiful. Another color you can also combine with blue is lemon green. So lemon green is a color that will also work with blue if you combine it with white. So these colors are colors that you can use if you have a blue roof in your place that will make the place look beautiful. So let me know in the chat which other color you've seen people combine or use on their house that has blue roof that makes it beautiful. Guys, let's double tap on the screen. Let's double tap on the screen. Let's share this live so that more people will join. Good morning to you, Sonny Pa. Sonny Pa, thank you very much. So somebody's asking, how much is that tin paint over there? So this tin paint is 19,000. It's called gloss paint. Some people call it oil paint. So no, I don't know, Mr. Ibrahim. I don't know anything about that. I have little knowledge, but I think that's the paint that is very common in your side there. So that's the paint that's very common there. But I've heard that they have two products. The one is the high grade, the other one is the low grade. The high grade product, I've seen people that say they've used it and it's good. So Mr. Ibrahim, I think that answers your question. So Nipa, thank you. So the tin paints, this one is 19,000. So 19,000 naira. So if you want to place your order for any of our paints, 0904-357-5896. 0904-357-5896. Thanks to everybody who is double tapping on the screen. Guys, let's double tap on the screen. Let's get more people to join this live. Let's double tap on the screen. Let's get more people to join this live right now. Let's get more people to join this live. Okay, I think it will be good if we have a mirror that we can just stick to the board, and then so that will be saying, okay, let's see how that goes. Thank you to everybody who is joining on YouTube. Thank you to everybody who is joining on YouTube. So we are talking about paints. We're talking about how to treat mold wall. So we are here for the training. The training on dampness is we'll be having the training on dampness on September 10. Let me quickly pick this call. I'm coming. Hello, sir. Yes, I got it, sir. Okay. 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 Doing business, no be money. Different angle of doing things. So somebody is asking, which other color can I use for indoor if I don't want to use white? There are a lot of colors. There are thousands of colors. Like there are millions of colors that you can use without using white. White no be the only color now. See all these colors that you're seeing here. These are colors that you can use that you can use, especially the light shade, the lighter shade, and every color has its own lighter shade. So let's say, for example, you see a color that you like, but it is too deep. Yes, it is too deep. You can tint it with white. Let me show you something. Let's say you see this color they call national green, and you like it. You can, but you don't want the way it's dark, so you can tint it. You can add more white. Your painter can add white, or you find a color that is equivalent to it that is lighter. For example, this other color that is we call it 6070 is a lighter shade of that particular green you saw. So you can use that lighter shade in your house. So that is how to select color. So in most cases, lighter colors like, or generally nowadays, people like, what is in vogue now is people using light color for their interior. So even though colors like navy blue and gold, lemon green, all those even light blue, they are also, people also use them nowadays. So yes, anything light or even navy blue or anything that speaks luxury, depending on what you want to achieve in that space, you can use it in your room on the interior. It's not necessary you use white. People use navy blue and orange, different pattern, different combination, and you don't have to paint the whole room with one color. You can just paint most of the rooms with one color, and then separate a wall. We call it an accent wall. Like an accent wall is just like something you want to be unique, a place you want to be unique apart from every other place, and then you paint those places with orange or all this playful color. Then so it will give your place a very beautiful vibe. So those are the things you can do to paint your, so off white, beige, even the light gray, the lighter version of gray, or neutral. These are colors you can use apart from white. You don't necessarily have to paint your rooms with white. So that's a good one. Let's move on to the next one. So somebody is asking, can I paint my kitchen without, that does not have kitchen tile? Yes, you can paint your kitchen that does not have kitchen tile. You can paint it with any color, especially by. But one thing you also need to consider is the accessories that are there already. For example, if you have a dark shade, a deeper shade of accessory, for example, your wardrobe, what is it, your cabinet, your kitchen cabinet, they are maybe in navy blue color. So you need a light shade of color to paint your kitchen to create a contrast that will make the place look beautiful. So a light shade. But if your cabinet is something that is a little bit lighter, you need something that's a bit deeper in your kitchen. Yes, you can also paint it with something that is lighter, but it depends on what you are trying to achieve. But with contrast is something that usually work. That is, you have a dark shade somewhere, then you have a light shade, so you balance the two. It doesn't make the place look just uniform and does not have any meaning. So that is what contrast will do for you. So if you have a kitchen, yes, you can paint it. People paint their kitchen with white, they paint with off white, they paint with gray, even lemon. You've seen different color, that depending on your personality as well and what you want to feel in that kitchen. So that will determine the color you want to paint. Yes, you can paint your kitchen. Let's move on to the next question. So for those, if you want to start making content and you don't have money to buy all this gear, you don't have the money to buy ring lights, you don't have the money to buy any other material, this is what you need to do. Always stay in front of your window. That is, this is your window. Find a table and chair, or even find, you see my own, I'm using paint bucket. Find paint, something you can sit on, and make sure your window is here and you are facing the window. Don't back the window, because if you sit and back the window like this, your face will look dark. But if you face the window, especially when you are filming during the day, it will make your video come out well. People will think you are using what's it called, you're using all these lights, but you did not use the ring light, so you did not use it. When I started creating content, that was what I was doing. I would just sit down in front of the window and do my content. And you can even use all this earpiece instead of buying expensive thing like this. You can use earpiece, all this follow-com earpiece from phone. You can put it and start recording. Before you know it, you have a lot of content that people will even feel your vibe. They'll be like, that guy that usually use earpiece. Different thing now. It's just interesting. So use that, so to create, to film your content, and that will come out well. Oops, somebody's calling me. Hello, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, akójúmọ́ sir. Ẹ wà manage. Ọjà yín máa dé bẹ́ẹ̀, ó máa dé bẹ́ẹ̀. Àánú ọjà yín máa dé bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọjà yín máa dé bẹ́ẹ̀, kò ní pẹ́ tó máa dé bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọjà yín máa dé bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọjà ó ti má wọ̀rì, òun náà là ń ṣe lé lórí. Yes, sir, ẹ kúṣẹ́. Ẹ àtàná gan la ti ń bá yín ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ọ́dà yín. Àtàná la ti ń bá yín ṣiṣẹ́ lórí. Bọ̀ ẹ má wọ̀rì, ó máa dé láàárọ̀ yìí. No, ẹ má. Kò tí ì le tó yẹn. Ọmọ get ọjà yìí ti rẹ́dí, wọ́n máa bá yín kó dé láàárọ̀ yìí. Ẹ má wọ̀rì. Wọ́n máa bá yín kó dé láàárọ̀ yìí. Ẹ má wọ̀rì o. All right, sir. Okay, let me show you guys some things. So if you are somebody that wants to create content and you want your content to come out bright and clean like this one, yeah, this is how to set up your lighting. That's very good. So we have, what I normally use is called 3 point lighting. You have one light here, another one here, and then you have one in the background. So it's called 3 point lighting, and is one of the best way to set your lighting, to make sure you are visible and your background is smooth and clean, and then your video is crisp. Your video is very okay. So let me show you the behind the scene. I hope if I show you guys behind the scene, this camera will not, you see. So you can see this lighting, you can see this one, this is one, this is another one, then this is the one in the background. You might not see it very well. So this is the one in the background. So it's LED lights. So that is how to set up your lighting. So the ones in front of you will be at the one, oh god, this is another headache to set up. So the one in front of you will be at 45 degree, angle 45 degree, just like this. Another one at angle 45 degree, and then you stay in the middle, and then you have this one in the background, just to separate you from the background. So that is how to set up your lighting. Let me check if this video is still showing properly. So that is how to set up your lighting properly for any content you want to film. Let me skip to live. It's it has it's no, it's no be more to film alone. My staff is not yet here, so I have to manage what I have. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Let's check TikTok. Guys, the guys on TikTok, sorry, I have to also make some contents for those who will be watching later. So our location is at Eputu bus stop after Awoyaya. Eputu bus stop after Awoyaya. So that's where our store is. Eputu bus stop after Awoyaya. That's after Aja. So in Lagos, that's where, and then we do nationwide delivery. Somebody says Ekaro Bros. Good morning to you, Ekaro to ST. Thank you very much. Good morning, Sonny Pa. I think I've answered Sonny Pa. Please, how much is the training? So ST, the training is free. I think Mrs. ST, the training is free, so we are not charging. Like I said, if you were to charge for the training, it's going to be minimum of 100,000. But because we need more people that will not have the knowledge of treating this dampness, because it's treating a lot of people badly and we don't like it. So we, and plus the fact that we also have demand from customers that says, do you have people that can fix this thing? And we'll be like, no, we don't have. But immediately we do that, this training, now we know that, okay, we have so person from this place, so person from this place that can help you fix it. We are the one that train them ourselves, and we can boldly say, okay, they will do the job perfectly for you. Yes, our store is at Eputu bus stop after Awoyaya, before you get to Lakwe. So after Aja, that's where our store is. So thank you very much to everybody who has been answering, asking question. Thank you very much to everyone. So this is how to make your house look fresh. This is how to make your house stay fresh without you breaking the bank. So if you are somebody that wants the best quality, but you don't want to start spending money every year or over and over again, what you need to do is to use all these quality paints like matte and Weathermax to paint the outside part of your house. But you see all those window design, all those frames and everything, you can use ordinary emulsion. So this will save you money. Even the parapet, you can use ordinary emulsion. This will save you money. Why? Because this one is cheaper than this one. The emulsion paint is cheaper than matte. In fact, all these ones, they are like times 3 or times 5 of ordinary emulsion. So what I will do is that you paint all the body of your house with matte or Weathermax that can last up to 5 to 7 years, and you paint the trim, the window design and everything with emulsion. So that one is cheaper, but it can use up to 1 to 3 years. And this is why that is important. The reason is that you want your house to keep looking fresh. You want your house to start changing color like almost every year. So all those window design, you can then let's say you painted the window design with white initially. Maybe in the next 2 years you can change that window trim to orange. So that way people that come to your house will be like, did you just paint this place new? So but after painting the or after or before you paint the window trim, what you here is one tip or one thing you can do. You see all those places you paint with matte or Weathermax, by maybe 2 or 3 years, maybe there's dust on them and everything, find somebody that can prayer wash it. All this car washing machine, let them use it to prayer wash the house. All those mats, they will come out and look bright again. And then you change this white to, maybe you can paint white again, make it come out, or you can paint orange or any other color you want to use. So people that come to your house will be like, did you just repaint your house? They will not know that you are using that trick. So your house will always stay fresh, clean and beautiful. So that is one tip you can use. That's one powerful painting tips you can follow to make your house look fresh. That's a good one. So if you have any question, leave it in the chat. If you are here for the training is on September 10, 2025. So that's next week Wednesday by 10 a.m. 10 a.m. No African time, please. No African time. In fact, almost all the materials we need for the training is ready. So it's just for the trainer to come and then to train us on how to use all these chemicals to stop mold, to stop paint spilling on the wall. So if you're somebody, you're a painter, you're a contractor, interior designer, make sure you are there. You don't want to miss this training for anything. The next training, in fact, those that will not attend, the secret is that we are going to have a recording, but it's not going to be free, because the valuable knowledge you are going to get, because this is not just about me telling you this is how you use this one, you use this is practical session. We are actually using real chemical that costs real money to do this training, and we are bringing in people that are experienced, that have been doing this over the years. Over the years they've done several projects. You can ask direct question. This is okay, if I have thing, how will I do it? You can even snap the picture of the place you have in mind that you want to treat. Snap the picture, bring it along with you and say, okay, this is what I want to treat. What is the best solution you recommend for me? All those interactive things are things that people that did not attend the program will be missing. And even though we are going to do the recording is just going to be short, and then it's not going to be free. It's going to cost a lot of money. So it's better you find the money. Come, transport yourself there. September 10, 2025 is on Wednesday. Next week Wednesday is very close to us, 7 days to come. And then you get the valuable knowledge, you get to share contacts, you get where you can get the right material, how to use it. Like the practical session will break the walls for you. You see how we do everything step by step. There's nothing like they told me. No. You've seen it. You do your video, capture yourself. You can even show yourself that now I know how to. Like you can even come and do video that this is me trying to learn how to solve dampness. So now after the training, we know how to do training. You say, okay, we use Costa 2K, we use this and that, and then before you know it, people will start calling you, Mr. Lagbaja, can you help me do so thing on my wall? My wall is peeling. Can you also help me? I saw that you've done the training and you are certified. So okay, like I mentioned, certified now. Maybe we can even certify people, create certificate, but I don't like exploiting people for money. But let me know. So if people say, okay, they want the certificate, probably we might be able to provide the certificate, that because some people be like, that certificate is what I'll give, like I will show people that I actually know how to do this thing. So I don't know, but is it really necessary? Me, I don't believe in certificates. Even my BSc certificate, I put it at home. But I believe in what you know, like how can you really deliver. So some people have certificate but they can't deliver. But it's better to be able to deliver than to have that certificate sitting somewhere or even showing it. Most people, like I talk nowadays, most people don't even ask me which university did I go to learn all these things. What they are after is, can what you are saying, like what you are teaching us, will it work? Like, can you give me solution to my problem? That's what people are after, not your certificate. So instead of running and chasing certificate up and down, yes, certificate is good, but try to have that thing in you, because nobody can take it away. So your certificate can get lost. I don't even know where I kept my certificate now. So, but the thing in me is still in me. So if I meet myself in Poland, Thailand, Australia, I can still deliver. So that is what you need. Okay, that is a wonderful one. It looks like boasting, but it's not boasting. Let's check the chat for comments from people. For comments from people. So location, like I said, Eputu bus stop opposite at Awoyaya, after Awoyaya. So Eputu, immediately anywhere you are, just say you are going to Eputu bus stop. Like if you are coming from mainland, get a bus to Aja. From Aja, you get a bus that's going to Lakwe. You tell them you want to stop at Eputu bus stop. You just see our store there, Eputu bus stop. So you check the link in my bio. You also see a phone number there that you can call for directions or anything you need. So check the link in my bio. You see the phone number there. So location. So a bucket of emulsion is 19,000 naira. So a bucket of emulsion for any color you need. So please repeat, please. What do you mean what do you want me to repeat? So the program is on how to treat dampness, and it's going to be on September 10, 2025 at our Eputu office here in after Aja in Lagos. So yeah, how about people in Abuja? I guess you people can travel down, because if you are going to, this program is free for a reason. Because if you want to, let's say you spend, if we want to charge for the program, it's going to be around 100,000. But if you take that 100,000, use it to travel, transport yourself down here, you still gain more, you get more contacts, you get more exposure. And for me, I travel, I don't know, I travel down for knowledge. Like, I don't care how much it costs. I flew on my first trip on an airplane was because I want to go and get a book. At that time I was staying in is it Oshogbo? Was it Oshogbo? I was staying in Oshogbo, and then this guy, what was the name of this guy? The guy that owns the founder of NairaBet was going to do a book signing, and he was going to sell his book. That time he came out with the book, and that particular book, I was like, let me get this book. It was how to sell to Nigerians. I think how to sell to Nigerians. I was like, this book is going to change my life. I took a flight because I could not make it by bus. I took a flight, my first time on flight, very expensive. I took it, landed at the airport, took private cab to the event, and I met him, shook his hand. In fact, I think I even have his number. Nowadays you won't be able to get his number because he's a representative, he's a government, something, he's a politician now. So that is how learning works. Like, you spend the money, and then for just a book that costs about, how much did I even get it? I can't even. I think it's less than 10,000 or so. I spent close more than, like, even more than 100,000 naira for that book. But I know that what I will gain in that book, and this what I will gain in that book is going to help me, and it's still helping me till today. So that is how learning works. So if you want to learn this thing, it's going to make, and the money I've made from just buying that book alone, I can't quantify it. Like, all these things you are seeing me doing, yes, it's that book plus other things I later learn. But that book also serve as a stepping stone for me to learn other things. It's just something that exposed my eyes, that be like, oh, there's opportunity in Nigeria. These are the things you can also do. These are practical. Somebody has done it before. All those kind of things. So, for example, you learn that how to treat dampness, and then your first project you make 50,000, your second project you make 100,000, another one you make 200,000. Tell me, the 100,000 you spend to just travel, I'm not saying pay me for the training, I'm saying the money you spend to travel, lodge in a hotel, is going to come back to you in a very, very short time. Because this particular thing, I've been experimenting with it. A lot of people have this problem. The way I even come about to say, okay, let me find solution to this thing, is because people have been asking me. There's demand for it. That's how to know there's demand for it. So, something that has demand, it doesn't take a lot of energy for you to make money in just fulfilling people's demand, as long as you can do it. So, spending 100,000 to, or even maybe you are even taking flight, or even taking bus and lodging in a hotel, is worth it 100%, more than even 100%, because within the first 2 months you will make that money back, trust me. So, don't be afraid to spend the money to learn. Honestly, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. So, okay, oh, na there more na dey wait oh, seminar in Abuja. It's something that can come, but it's not now. So, for those of you in Abuja, that's my advice to you. That's my advice to you. So, the quantity of paint you use for a 3-bedroom duplex will be different from the quantity of paint you use for a 3-bedroom bungalow. Even though they are both 3 bedroom, 3 rooms, the quantity will be different. Why? A duplex has that long structure, that is it atrium they call it, that long place, because it's upstairs, it has upstairs. That place alone will consume more paint. So, for example, if you are using 3 buckets of satin or 4 buckets of satin for a 3-bedroom bungalow, you need to add one extra if you want to paint a duplex. So, 3 bedroom, both are 3 bedroom, but one is bigger than the other. Also, there are different sizes of bedrooms. All these duplex nowadays, they also have extra rooms there. Like, maybe downstairs they just want to create. So, all these duplex now, they have extra rooms downstairs. They want to create a store or something that will be functional, that they don't want you to go upstairs to, like, you have it upstairs, but they also want to create a similar thing downstairs. So, those are the things that consume extra paint. So, both are the 3 bedroom, but they consume different amount of paint. um Let's check our YouTube. Are we still live? Okay, let's check TikTok. Let's double tap on the screen on TikTok. I'm happy. We finished all the question. I'm happy. Guys, let's double tap on the screen. Let's get more people to join this live. Let's get more people to join this live. Agbade Geshin Amidu, thank you very much. Says long time. Good morning to you too. Good morning to you too. Good morning to you too. So let's talk about some of our paints and their prices. So I think we've answered all the questions. So if you have any question, leave it in the chat. If you want to place order for any of our paints, 0904-357-5896. If you want to register for the seminar, just click on the link in my bio. It's the first link there. So you see the register. Make sure you put the correct details so that we'll be able to send you a reminder and follow up. So this one is gloss paint. Gloss paint is what you use for your iron door, your iron window, your gates. Some people use it for walls. It also works for walls, especially those that have filling station. They use gloss paint a lot. So because why? Because you have oil splashing on the wall and everything, and it's easily washable. So so gloss paint is 19,000 naira. 19,000. It comes in 4 liter. It comes in different colors. Another paint you can also use is satin paint. Satin paint for its luxury, for those that want to paint the inside of their house, your sitting room, your bedroom. Satin paint is that paint you use. So one of these satin paints is 72,000 naira. 72,000. It comes in white, black, brown, any color you need, orange, yellow, any color you need. Satin paint comes in those color. So that is satin paint for you. Another paint you might need, is matte paint. Matte paint is that paint that is rugged that you can use on the outside part of your house. So matte paint is 68,000. 68,000. It also comes in different color, any color you need, white, black, brown, yellow, orange. It comes in different color, and you can also use it for both inside and outside. Come rain, come sun, matte paint will stay. It's rugged. So another paint you can also use, which is Weathermax paint. Weathermax paint is that paint that you use that is similar to matte paint, but beautiful on unscreened wall than matte. So if you have a wall you don't want to do screening, or you've done the screening of your house, you did not want to do the screening of the fence, Weathermax paint is what you use. So Weathermax paint is 70,000 naira per bucket. And it also comes in different color. It comes in different color: white, black, brown, dove gray, ash gray, dark gray. You can get Weathermax there. So another color, another paint. This one is 70,000. Another paint that is here is emulsion paint. So emulsion paint is that basic paint that almost 70% of houses in Nigeria are painted with emulsion paint. And then you have, it also comes in different color, but it's not as rugged as matte and Weathermax. So all these paints can use 5 to 7 years. But emulsion paint we use just 1 to 3 years before it starts fading and losing its value, that you have to repaint again. So it's 19,000 per bucket. It comes in different color. So let's talk about the other paint, the other products we have right here. We call it Costa 2K. So okay, before that, let's talk about our undercoat primer. So undercoat primer is what you use on your wall so that you won't your painting work will come out at the end of the day. It will come out very nice at the end of the day, and you won't have any issue of your paints showing different pattern on the wall. So undercoat primer is what you use before you paint. You put it on the wall before you now paint any of these other paints, and it ends up saving you paint at the end of the day. So let's also talk about, so this primer is 25,000. 25 is one of the cheapest one you can get there, and it has excellent coverage. So this is Costa 2K. For those of you that have your wall peeling, there's mold on your wall, there's different pattern on your wall, your paint spilling on the wall, So Costa 2K is that chemical that you use. Costa 2K comes in both liquid and cement. So liquid and cement, the two together is 60,000. The two together is 60,000 naira. So the two together is 60,000. So if you want to place your order, 09043575896, that's the number to reach out to on WhatsApp. So 09043575896, that's the number to reach out to on WhatsApp. So we also have Costa 2K. We also have crystal coat. Crystal coat is also another chemical you can use to treat your wall for dampness. So if you are somebody that your dampness is on the low side, you can use Costa 2K alone. But if it is on the medium side, you need to combine crystal coat and Costa 2K together. These two together, so you need to combine them to achieve that solid result. 2 to 5 years, you won't have that dampness showing on your wall again. So crystal coat is also 60,000, but it comes in only one bucket. It doesn't have two separate parts like Costa 2K. So another one is damp master. So damp master is that product that you use because in most cases what usually causes water is that you don't have DPC installed in your place. So and with damp master will serve as a chemical DPC. That is the nylon they were supposed to put on the foundation. Damp master will serve as that because you inject it into the wall. And then it will form a nylon barrier that will not let water come up to affect your paint. So damp master is very very expensive. Like this bucket alone goes for 400,000 naira. 400,000 naira. Except you are the owner of the house, I won't advise unless you can afford it. Maybe you've leased the place for 10-20 years. Yes, you can use it. But for if you just rent a house, you have water on your wall, go for these two, crystal coat and Costa 2K, and you have peace of mind. So let's go to the chat. Do we have any question on the chat? Thank you to Mr. Gbadegeshin. Says longest time. Thank you very much. Longest time to you as well. Guys, let's tap on the screen. Let's get more people to join this live. So if you have any question, you can leave it in the chat. I'll be there to respond to you. I never use your satin paint, but one painter told me that he bought one of it and it's not shining it's not shining. Probably probably did not apply it very well. There are different ways to apply satin. For example, if you apply satin on some surfaces and you did not do your wall preparation very well, it will not come out very well. Like it will not come out. And the satin you apply on a screeded surface will come out than the satin you apply on an unscreeded surface. So there are a lot of things that will make your paints come out. And the satin you also apply primer on the wall before you apply it will also come out than the satin you did not apply primer, you just do screening. So there are different wall preparation that you need to do to make your paint come out. Also, the number of coats that you later end up coating on the wall will also determine how good the satin will come out. So those are the things that affect. It's not just satin that affects any paint you want to paint on the wall that will determine whether it will come out well or not. So thank you to Mr. Agbadegeshin. So, but Mr. Agbadegeshin, I would say you should just try to buy 1 gallon of our satin to test it. So, asking you to buy one drum is too much to ask, but get 1 gallon and then you try it for yourself. Then you can give me the feedback. Thank you very much for that wonderful feedback. Guys, let's double tap on the screen. It's almost 8:30. It's almost 8:30. Um, Thank you very much, Mr. Badegeshin. I really appreciate you. So, guys, if you have any question, leave it in the chat. So, if you are here, you want to join our training. So, it's a training on how to treat wall dampness, paint peeling on the wall, mold. There's mold on your wall. There's algae on your wall. Somebody sent me a video yesterday of an algae infested wall. And one thing the person can do, I did not know if I've responded. I think I've responded. When you have algae on your wall and the algae is very thick, the first thing you need to do is to scrape off all those algae. Don't go and apply chemical directly on that because you waste your chemical. So algae is that all those green things that you see on the wall, especially on the outside or around your septic tank and everything. So the other thing you also need to do after scraping it off is to also you can also put water and wash it. Then after that you put chemicals that are meant to treat algae to kill them. You can use vinegar. You can use there are chemicals that are meant for that. You can use so I say vinegar. You can use bleach, normal bleach. There are also some chemicals that are meant for that, like biocidal wash. You can use wall conditioner. So once you put it on it, you once you put it on, what you are trying to do is to wash that place away. But when you put the chemical on that place after you have scraped it off, put the chemical there. You can add little water. You use brush to brush it off, but don't wash it. Like after you add the chemical, don't wash it. Leave it like that. But you use brush to brush the surface entirely, and then after that leave it for like 24 to 48 hours. After 24 to 48 hours you can come back and then wash everything away. So that way you have killed almost, like in most cases, if you apply it very well, you've killed all the algae and they won't and their roots, because they always have roots because they are living thing as well. So you've killed all the algae and then they won't come again. But the other thing you also need to do is to make sure the water that is dropping on that place, you find a way to divert it, because what really caused the algae in the first place is that water is constantly pouring on that particular surface. So you find a way to divert the water from pouring on the place, and then you won't have the issue of algae appearing on your wall again. I hope that answers most people's question. So thank you to Mr. Gbadegeshin. Mr. Gbadegeshin says your emulsion paint is the best of the best, especially white. Kudos to you. Speaking of white, somebody messaged me yesterday and she sent me. She's in US, but she usually do projects in Nigeria, and she said, Tope, this your paint is very good. When I saw her message yesterday, I was very tired. But when I opened the message, she was like, wow, see how this thing came out. It's just emulsion. No, we just use the emulsion. I think she told me that they mix it with satin, because they bought both emulsion and satin. They now use it to paint the POP alone. She was like, wow, this thing is bright and shining. And she was like, even the video does not do justice to how beautiful the place is. And I saw maybe the person that recorded the video recorded it on Android phone, so it did not really show very. Even with that, you can see that the place is beautiful. That's our white. So we take pride in our white. Like this, they do like this for our white. So that's our white paint. It's very good for those of you that want something that is white. I mean, very very white. Go for Armstrong paint white. You really enjoy it. Thank you to Mr. Gbade Irrigation for that one. I really appreciate you. I think it's 8:30 already. Time to resume work. All right, guys. Thank you to everybody who has been commenting on this live, who has joined us on this live. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. So if you want to place order for any of our paints or any of our products, 0904-357-5896, 0904-357-5896. Message us on WhatsApp. I'll be there to personally respond to you. Or you can send us a DM. Send us a DM on any platform. So we will be there. Or check the link in our bio. You see how to contact us. You talk about seminar. Yes, as the seminar is about how to treat dampness on your wall. If you have your customers that are complaining about their wall peeling, their paint peeling on the wall, there's mold on their wall. So the seminar is to teach you how to treat it properly. It's going to be a practical seminar where we'll be using all these chemicals to treat dampness. We'll show you how to treat it, the right amount of chemical to mix. So the seminar is on September 10, 2025. That's next week, Wednesday, 10 a.m. at our Lagos office here. That is after Aja. So anywhere you are coming from, if you are entering from mainland, Lagos mainland, maybe from Oshodi, Ojota, you take a bus going to Aja. So from Aja, you take a bus going to Lakwe. So from Lakwe, before you get to Lakwe, tell them you want to stop at Eputu bus stop. So Immediately you get to that bus stop, you see our store. We are just right on the bus stop. You see Armstrong Paints. That's where we want to have the program. So we also have, who is calling me? Guys, don't call yet. I'm on live call. Somebody is calling. Somebody was calling. So as yes, you can check the link in my bio to register, Mr. Gbadigeshin. Check the link in my bio to register and get all the details of the event. Check the link. Uh, so if you are coming from Ekpe, just take a bus going to Lakwe. So it's after Lakwe, that's Eputu bus stop. That's how to get here. So all right, guys, thank you very much. It's time to resume today's work. People have been calling me. Thank you very much. Thank you to everybody who has been engaging, and I'll see you guys right. Yes, Eputu, that's way. All right, bye, guys. Bye for now. I don't know. Yes, ma. Good morning. Yes, ma. Okay.